There are many shakuhachi players in Japan who find a lot of really unique shakuhachis on Yahoo Auctions, as well as going to flea markets and different antique stores. Recently, I had put my hand into that pool as well, and I picked up myself this flute. Now, when I picked up this flute, it had needed major repairs. It had a huge crack on the side, which needed to be resealed. It had been sealed once before, and then there were new cracks in the bottom part of the flute. But why did I decide to take this flute up as a project, and why did I take the risk for it? Well, the reason why I took the risk for it was for a couple factors of it. Factor number one is that it has this beautiful makie in it that reads Shimotsuki, which is the 11th monthly lunar calendar. It's signed by the makie artist, and then it has the bamboo shoots on it. Typically with shakuhachis, people don't name their flutes, nor do they put a lot of money in them if they don't sound good. The second thing I found just very interesting about this flute is that it has 8 hankos in it. So there is reishu, there is seppo, there is gyokusui, and then there's a couple others that I haven't looked up yet. But they're all on the back of the flute here. I showed in one of the previous little B-roll clips there. It's a Kansai flute, so it's made with the Tozan style. Beautiful gold and black water buffalo utiguchi. It's a very heavy flute as well. Very, very heavy. That was one of the things that kind of shocked me about it. And this quality of bamboo is also fantastic. It's very hard to find stuff like this today. Back in the day, this was very common. You could pull 100 of these off the shelf. But today, this really sturdy, thick bamboo from top to bottom is rare. Now, inside the flute, it's kind of hard to see here, but maybe I can kind of do this. It's a Giatti flute. And the bore tapers out quite a bit, tapers down quite a bit. But the inside of the flute isn't very wide bore at all. The other repair that it needed was it had to have a new middle joint in it. And so we did it in the classical style, just with a urushi binding here. So here's what it sounds like. Like, that's a really great sound. I lucked out completely on this flute. I'll give you the scale for it too. Really, really beautiful round sound. Big. It's a big sound for a flute. I don't want to say of its time because there's a lot of loud flutes then. I'm not really sure who made it, and that's one of the things that's a little bit, kind of sad. When Yozan was looking at this flute to repair it, he said that he thinks it might be seppo, based on the hankyo, the yaki-in, the little maker's mark on the inside. But it's an absolutely gorgeous flute, and I really lucked out on it. So let's play another sound. One other thing I wanted to make sure I did in this recording of it was to give you a better audio sound, more than just the iPhone, and record with my my better mics here. And the only editing is basically just normalization, making sure that the audio is balanced so you can hear it more clearly. So here's a little bit of this flute.